Welcome in, Renegades. I am so happy to be back full-time content creating. I just got a real invigoration. Yes, this bull market wasn't quite what we thought it was going to be, but I made a lot of money in this bull market, and I believe that there's still a lot of money to be made. So now it's time we shift our strategy. So I'm looking at ICP. There's some amazing things happening that kind of started this year and last year. Tonight we have some huge news about a partnership with Pakistan in the MOU. So this is going to be a very interesting time. And right now it's time to dollar cost average. We're looking at ICP at about 241 right now. And I have a shocking price prediction. I think ICP is heading in a certain direction. I got access to one of the most lucrative technical indicators in crypto from 6figs. It's called chartforecaster.com. And this has helped me to start, being able to predict the market movements. If you've been watching, 6figs, he's really called a lot of the reversals. And we're going to look at that today. We're going to go into the CFGI. And I just want to talk a little bit for a second before we get into everything. First off, I want to say whoever's here, you guys are champions. Crypto is not an easy thing. My first bull run, I got this idea because I did really well and I made a lot of money that crypto was going to be easy. The bear market was going to be, just an easy time. And then the bull market was going to be, amazing. And things didn't work out quite that way. So what I'm doing is I'm shifting my strategy this time because I thought if I unlock my neuron at a certain time, I'm definitely going to make money. Well, with the way that Bitcoin moves now, I was talking about this on my CKB video, but I think with Bitcoin not being controlled by miners now, because the big thing that created the 4-year cycles was Bitcoin mining. So they would get half of the rewards every 4 years. They would slice the rewards in half. Well, now that we have ETFs and big institutional money, that kind of dictates the selling pressure now. So what we have to realize is that, yes, there might be a super cycle now. It might not be tied to those 4-year cycles anymore as hard. Now the miners are still going to get less rewards and the 4-year cycle is still going to have an effect. But for the rest of crypto, as we saw, each individual crypto ended up having their own little bull market within inside the bull market because everything was kind of dumping. Anytime any crypto went up, like big, good cryptos, Bitcoin would tank because it went all the way up to 120,000, sat up there for a very long time, and then controlled the market. And anytime Bitcoin just wanted to dump the rest of the market. And I think they're doing this because, they monopolize everything. When the government gets involved, when big money gets involved, they want to corner the market. They want to take as much money from you as possible. So what we're going to be doing on the channel is we're going to be combating that with dollar cost averaging. We're going to be diversifying our portfolio, and we're going to be sticking with the best cryptos in Web3, which is going to be ICP, CKB, Solana, Ethereum. We're going to even stack up some Bitcoin. I'm hoping to get half a Bitcoin before the next top. Right, I think Bitcoin's going to go to about 170,000 next time. When I was making my videos in 2020, I called Bitcoin to about 112 to 120,000. I was calling that for years, and it happened the very next cycle. And I think where we're going to be heading from here is somewhere between 170 to $200,000, which is going to be the next, big move for Bitcoin. So I would prepare right now. It's an important time, guys. I'm going to take at least, I think, $100 out of each paycheck, and I'm going to be buying crypto from now until probably 2026, like the first, or 2028 is what I meant. And I'm going to be buying a lot of cryptos from them. I'm going to start sharing my trading. I'm going to create a trading group, guys. I'm making a lot of money, and this is only for like degens, but I'm also going to have a portion in there that is just for spot trading. Now, this is going to be a futures trading and a spot trading group, and I'm going to, hopefully invite other good technical analysts into the group, and then create this kind of massive technical group of traders, guys. so that we can make a lot of money. We're going to be dollar cost averaging. If we buy together, buy those dips, we're going to start making a lot of money. So I want to get into this news. ICP is absolutely a juggernaut. The price at $2, these are dream level prices, guys. This is what we hope for to be able to buy at. Now, are we going to go down? There's a possibility. We're going to look at that, but let me get to the news first, and then we're going to go look at the charts, and I'm going to show you what I see, guys, because there's some pretty interesting stuff happening, and I want you guys to really pay attention. Okay, so first off, like, this is huge news right here, because Pakistan is like what, the 5th largest country by population in the world. It's huge. Pakistan is absolutely massive with population. So the Pakistan Digital Authority and the Dfinity Foundation today signed an MOU to advance sovereign AI native digital infrastructure in Pakistan, ensuring sensitive data remains in country while enabling secure modern software systems built for the AI era. As part of the partnership, Dfinity will support the creation of a dedicated Pakistan subnet on its Internet Computer Platform, ICP, a sovereign cloud designed to host tamper-resistant software, national-scale applications, and AI-powered systems that can create and operate independently of foreign cloud infrastructure. So this collaboration also includes plans for a national messenger application enabling private verifiable communications, expanded access to Caffeine, which is their AI platform, incubated by Dfinity, 1,500 licenses of Caffeine to create applications and capacity building initiatives across government, education, and entrepreneurship. Dfinity will also establish a local presence in Pakistan, reinforcing long-term collaboration and technical engagement in the country. And one of my homies, Amar Prince, really good friend of mine, been a part of the channel for a very long time, has been holding it down for ICP in the Pakistan area. And I just want to shout out Amar. He built his own crypto on ICP. He supported the channel for years. He's in other cryptos in ICP in the ecosystem. Shout out to Amar, man. I encourage you, reach out to Dfinity, man. Try to make your presence felt and contribute to the internet computer in your region, my friend, like you already have it. But maybe you can do it on a ground level now. So that would be awesome. So definitely a big move for Pakistan's digital evolution. Pakistan is taking a forward-looking approach to digital infrastructure by establishing a Pakistan subnet and investing in sovereign tamper-proof systems. The country is laying the groundwork for software and AI applications that are secure, verifiable, and built to serve national priorities. This partnership enables Pakistan to build, own, and operate AI and cloud services on its own terms. So, and this is just integrating like Caffeine and getting the proper licenses in these countries, using it as the infrastructure with ICP. I mean, it's freaking awesome. ICP is the infrastructure. Caffeine is the infrastructure. Pretty amazing stuff, guys. So, and there's a town hall. There is a Pakistan Digital Authority town hall. So this is, when is this going to be? So this was yesterday. So you can come over here, just look up Pakistan Digital Authority, Digital Auth PK is their at, and then you can go and maybe you can, it might already be over. I don't know if they have like a recording of it, but I would check for a recording, to see that. And if not, then this is just a big step forward. Let's see what it was about. What digital sovereignty means for Pakistan, why decentralized infrastructure matters, how the 1,500 AI licenses initiative supports government and startups, and then what comes next. So this was definitely a big thing that happened. And if you guys do find like a recording of this, definitely post it in the chat if it lets you. This is a huge thing for Caffeine and the internet computer. So shout out Pakistan. Love you guys. Love you over there. Thanks for understanding where the future is and being part of it. Appreciate that. All right. So yeah, market looking bad. I mean, everything's in fear because Bitcoin does still run the market. Now, the cool thing about the internet computer is whenever big money comes in, it can absolutely defy whatever Bitcoin is going to do. And it can pump massively despite that. But imagine the next pump. So the reason we only went to $10 on that second little pump was because the entire market was going down. It was actually reversing an ICP pumped anyway. Imagine the next pump when Bitcoin's actually going up and big money comes into ICP. So that's the next thing that Dfinity, I would watch for them to do, is make a big move when Bitcoin actually starts to move to the upside. Hopefully they have a big announcement that would, dictate a lot of money coming in, and then we could see internet computer back to $20 in a very short amount of time. I believe we're going to 20x in the next couple of years. I think now is the time to start dollar cost averaging. This is the time when everything's in the fear. 32, 32, 29, 46. So we went from 46 down to 29. We're sitting at about 32. Now, I'm not saying we're not going to go down, because I actually think we might be going down a little bit more, just because of with that big dump with Bitcoin, it kind of wicked us down to a level, and we tend to follow those wicks, especially with fear and greed. Now, I'm going to show you exactly where that's going to go to, and I'd be looking at that area for a trade. Guys, when I'm showing you these areas, it's because I'm trading them. These are the areas that I want to look for to trade. 242 is a good price. I would be buying spot all day at 242. 242 is a beautiful dream level spot price. I'm not even joking with you. But for futures trading, I want it to go a little bit lower, and it might not even do it. And so that's fine. If we don't make a trade, that's fine. We don't need to make a trade. There's no thing that says you have to trade right now. So I'm going to be looking, I'm going to start talking to you guys about both spot trading and futures trading. And if you're going to futures trade, you better be a professional. Like, this is not for beginners. If you want to, take my, technical analysis into consideration, it's not financial advice, but then spot trade possibly, because these are beautiful spot trading prices. You guys are, I can't guarantee you anything, but we're going to make money, guys. I mean, it's common sense that at this price, we're going to start making a whole lot of money. Now, I'd love to see this volume down at 53 million, because the market sucks right now. Everybody doesn't know, is it going to go down further? Bitcoin already went to 60,000. We literally went to the bear market low where I said Bitcoin was going to go in the bear market very soon. And this is what the ETFs are going to do. So do I believe in a super cycle? I'm starting to believe in the super cycle a little bit, but it's not the way that they say, because the big money it's going to be like seasons now. It isn't going to be a cycle. It's going to be seasons. And what we're going to have is these temporary, reliefs where internet computer is going to go back up to $5 and, go back down to 4 and then head its way back up once we start seeing Bitcoin move. But for now, they're going to start selling off this Bitcoin. They want you to think it's not going to go up, and then it is. But this volume being at 53 million, every time it goes down to these low levels, we really start to see the market pump, right? 50, 60 million, and then kabam, right? That $9. Remember this? I was telling you about this. We were sitting down at this level down here, 50 mil, like under 100 million the whole time here. And then shaboom, look at that, 1.6 billion. So that's all it takes is a move. And that was without Bitcoin. This happened in literally like a week. A week. We 3x'd in a week. 1 week we 3x, more than 3x. So I'm really just going to buy internet computer. Yes, I'll leverage trade because it's fun and I'm pretty good at it. I still get wrecked. Be very careful. It's very risky. It's very hard. You have to pay attention. Most of the time when I lose is because I'm at work and then I forgot to look at the chart. It went up and then it liquidated me. That's a couple times that happened because it went like right below my, stop loss. And then I get liquidated, or I get, my other stop loss on the way down taken in. So 50 mil, love to see that. Circulating supply. So I want to talk about this for a second. Before we move on to the actual charts and we start looking into, where ICP is going to be going, I want to talk about the total supply. Because this year, 2026, is the year of deflation. The year of deflation on ICP. So not only do we have the Pakistan subnet now, we also have an initiative, Mission 70. 2026. Okay, they have, started the process of reducing node rewards, reducing staking rewards, and getting that total supply down. Get that down. Burn ICP, burn cycles. You know what I mean? And once we see this happen, oh, we're going to have a beautiful bull market next. Oh my goodness, guys. It's time to buy ICP. Because with everything that they've done with caffeine, with Pakistan, with Mission 70, I'm excited for the future of ICP. Now, the technicals have always been there. Now, they added to that with caffeine. They've expanded that with the MOUs. And I want to start seeing like more ETPs. I want to start, that's, I think where, Dfinity is going to go next, I hope. Start getting not only governments involved. That's a beautiful path. Like that's above my pay grade even. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know how you would go about doing that. But they did. And they did it well. But I think the next big thing is integrating with the financial systems. So ICP is such a juggernaut and a powerhouse that we need to see this crypto inside of the global infrastructure, financially, and then also with the cloud infrastructure as well. I think it can, serve a staple. It's so fast that people could use, everybody on Earth, could eventually use ICP for transactions, for payments, for bank transfer, for crypto trade. You know what I mean? Like we could use ICP for what it was, built for, and even more. I mean, there's so much that you can do. This is why I'm still in ICP, guys. I believe in this crypto, and I believe the path of Dominic Williams is bringing ICP, is bringing us into the future, and I think he's doing everything right. Like, I don't even have any criticisms. I do have a couple suggestions, of course, like the ETPs, but I think that what they're doing is fine right now. Like, above my pay grade again, but I would just like to see more of what they're doing. More. Dfinity, more deflation, more MOUs, more promotion of caffeine. All of these things that they are doing is making me fired up for ICP again, man. You know what I mean? So let's take a look at the charts. So here's what I was looking at, guys. And this could be, not the best news. This could be potentially a move to the downside, because if you see this long-term falling wedge, I think we're going back to touch it again, unfortunately. And I hate, because I want to be bullish right now. Like, unfortunately, this double top makes me also think we're going to go down. But look at this big falling wedge. Now, I don't think we're going to go lower than this. So we could end up back down to about $2.13. And then I think we ride that back up. I think that's what's going to happen. I hope not. Except that would be a good leverage trade. So this is a good spot price right now, guys. 242. I would be just buying on ICP all day at 242. Beautiful, beautiful price, like dream level prices. I would hope to get ICP at $2.42. But for a leverage trade, we're going to want to hit right here. And I always go a couple cents above the line, and it might even go below. So be careful with that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an entry point somewhere between, 217 and 215. I think those are really, really safe prices to get in. I don't think I would get liquidated if I went to that price. I don't know. I don't think I would. I think if it went down to 215, I would be more than happy and more than comfortable on this big long-term support line to definitely put in a trade there. Now, this was the big dip I was talking about with the Bitcoin down here. Well, no, the Bitcoin one is over here. Sorry. This was the dip that I think we're going to be magnetic to. So with this dip, we had that, caffeine news. So it negated what was going to happen. Beautiful. I love to see ICP do this. Thank you, ICP, for that. I made a lot of money on this. A lot of money over here. I made a lot of money over here too on this Bitcoin dip. I made probably like $5,000 over here. And then I probably made another $5,000 over here. So I made a nice little profit. And I traded over $1 million in futures. I traded a lot. a lot, and I was winning and winning and winning and winning, and then I started losing. But that's because I got greedy. I was making too many trades. When I calculate and I wait and I watch these prices, I win. But when I'm like, oh, it's going to break out of this level and it didn't break out with confirmation, then I get wrecked. So I'm learning from my mistakes, and they're stupid mistakes too, because if I just follow my trading, I'm going to do well, and we all are. So I'm liking this though. So why do I like this? Even if we go down here, this is going to be our bottom. Like in everything that I am as a technical trader, this is going to be our bottom, at least short term. There is a possibility in the bear market that we do go down to this though, and I'm going to let you know that, and I hope that doesn't happen, because that's crazy. I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest with you. So I think this line is going to act as our lifeline. This is our, if this line breaks, we're going to that. That's what I'm going to tell you. As long as this line doesn't break, we're not going to that, and I don't think we are. I think this is going to be our, when I say lifeline, I don't mean, oh, this is our last shot. I mean, this is the lifeline of ICP. Like, it's basically followed this. You know what I mean? For years. Years. Like, years. So this is going to be our support, guys. Like, I have to tell you, like, what can happen, and then I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen. So what can happen, that's, no, I don't think that can happen. I don't think it can. But this is our area. This is what we watch right here, 215. This is a huge area. This, I don't think anything can happen that's going to break this area, you know, unless Bitcoin goes to 20K. If Bitcoin goes to 20K, then maybe. So anyway, let's look at the weekly, because I'm super hopeful. This is a beautiful weekly. Now, why do I say, you're like, what do you mean beautiful weekly? That looks absolutely horrible. So what I mean when I say this is a beautiful weekly, these are the best prices you could ever buy ICP at, guys. We waited for years over here hoping to buy ICP at these prices. And then look what happened. It went from $2 to 20. We're 20x in this time, though. I think we're going to 40 next bull run. Like my 150 dreams, well, once deflation happens, 150 is coming. But for now, before all that deflation, we'll take deflation out of it. So we're going to 40. Okay. So this is a beautiful area. And then we have this falling wedge. So once we break this, this is the news I wanted to show you guys. So this is the most lucrative falling wedge, whoops, we could ever have. Once, what is going on here? Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. So this is the most lucrative falling wedge in ICP history. And I'm going to get to the chat, guys. Definitely have questions ready for me, because I'm back, baby. Like, I'm fired up. I'm hyped. I can't wait. I don't know. I need crypto in my life. I love this. I love my people. I never forgot what you guys did for me in my car. Like, I love you guys, man. You guys are my people. All right. So this falling wedge, definitely possibly go to 215. But once, I think we're probably going to end up somewhere down over here, this $4 or $5 level. Once we break that, I think, you know, maybe Bitcoin is going to go back up. I think maybe it's like a little season. We've been like in a year-long downtrend for Bitcoin, right? It's been so long. Like, it didn't even have a bull market in 2025, did it? Like, barely. It all was downhill. So I'm looking at this area right here. Guys, I'm looking at this for our biggest support level, but I'm looking at this for a move to the upside, a massive move. So to the top of the wedge, which is at $18, right? So if we get some deflation going, we get more MOUs, more subnets across the globe. You know, I think ICP has a bright outlook for it. I think things are going to go really well for the future of ICP. And I'm looking at the technicals and I'm liking what I'm seeing. Now, this doesn't mean that Bitcoin isn't going to manipulate the market. The powers that be aren't going to do that. But watch this downward trend line right here for a breakout. Once we break out of this area right here, guys, it's on. It's time to go. So accumulate, guys. I want you to make money. Like, this isn't financial advice, guys. It's time to pick up ICP. Like the battle call. Ha! It's time. That was a horrible bad call. But you know what I mean. It's time. It's time to pick up ICP. It's time to create our own futures, our own destinies, and follow what's there for us, guys. There's big things happening. I can't wait to see the future of ICP, and I can't wait to see what Dominic Williams does next. To be honest with you, I'm excited. I have a lot of other prospects for other cryptos. We're gonna have every Monday is gonna be our ICP video. Fridays is going to be our CKB video. And then since I do have a Bible study on Wednesdays now, I'm going to be doing an upload on Wednesdays. So it's either going to be, like CK, it's going to be like Solana, BNB, the Graph. We're going to start going back into our original days and start, looking for gems, start, getting in the trenches again. Because yes, futures trading, I went a little heavy on that this bull market. And I kind of forgot about the gems and what kind of made me successful in the first bull market. Yes, I made money, but I want my community to as well. So that's why I'm starting this trading group. I'm going to get together with Six Figs, see if he wants to, cohabitate that with me, and then try to get other influencers and technical traders in that group so we can just have this massive technical group. We can share our insights. We can share what we're seeing. Now, before we go, I do want to look at Chart Forecaster, because this is something that is going to give us a little idea. And thanks to Six Figs for giving me access to this site. I do appreciate that. So right now we're looking at zone of market high or low. So this is going to tell us that very soon we are going to see that low. Now, is it possible, because there is a reversal right here, right, that we could go up? That this could still bring us up, but it could also indicate a move to the downside with this right here moving to the downside. That's what it looks like to me, that we had a move to the up, and then this said, there's going to be actually, what is the white one? RNB beta testing point. So this was a testing point acting as resistance is what that looks like to me. So this is like a resistance level. So there is a possible with the reversal. Let's look at what the purple is. The purple is zone of market high or low. Okay, and this is a high right here. So there is a possibility with the red that we go to that 215 reversal zone. So there is a chance that we go up here, hit a market high or market low, or so somewhere between the red and the white, right? Because that will act as resistance and a reversal. So I think we might come up here again and then have a reversal and maybe go to that 215. That's what it's looking like to me from this chart forecaster. We do have, a breakout of this moving average right here, but we are essentially reaching resistance at this one as well. Now, I do also want to talk about some local things right now, because before we go, I want to show you guys where the levels are that I'm watching besides the 215, right? We want to have all of these levels. So this is going to be a huge ascending triangle. So this is good news. I don't like that. Oh, shoot. Why does it do that? It never used to do that. Okay, so let's move this one down this way. Actually, I'm not even going to use that one. I'm just going to use these two. Okay, so we got an ascending triangle right here. This is an area I would be watching. For this, it looks like 270. So it looks like we're probably going to go up and test this 255 again. This is nice because this area is acting as support. And if this level breaks, I would watch this level at about 236. And if that breaks, then we go down to the 215 level. So I would watch 236. That's a pretty significant level. Maybe even I'd say 234. And I think we're going to go up in the meantime. And I would watch this level for a breakdown, but then I'd watch this level for a breakout. Okay, so if we get above the 250, yeah, that's good. This is a big pocket of resistance though, because when we broke down here, we failed to even test the top of the resistance line. So we're going to need to have a nice amount of volume here. And with 50 million, I don't see it. So I think we're going to go up and we're going to, test 255 again and then come back down. Hopefully this doesn't break and go down there, because if we do go up, I would be watching about 240 for a breakdown. So these are the levels, and I'm going to start doing more technical analysis where it shows you guys the levels that I'm watching. This would be a good level, for a possible, entry point on this, trend line to the upside. So I was watching it about 230 and I wanted to put in a trade. I just didn't have time. So then it went up. So I would be watching this trend line as well for a good futures trade. But yeah, I'm super excited for the future of ICP, guys. And the charts are so easy to read for ICP for me, guys. So I want to teach you that as well. It moves in a very specific way. So I'm going to tell you, my biggest stuff is not just the regular technical analysis that I'm showing you right now. So I use all of this: chart forecaster, I use the volume, I use the CFGI, I use, of course, indicators, all of those things. But what I do is I get myself familiar with ICP. I get myself familiar with these, just those horizontal resistance and support lines. And if I ever trade against it is when I get wrecked. So if we go to the top of the wedge, it likes to hit and go down like almost all the time. And you can watch those levels and you can trade it for a while, but you got to be careful because it will change. But if you follow the structure of ICP, it's one of the easiest cryptos to futures trade. I've done really well futures trading because of that. Now I get greedy and get stupid and I get wrecked. But if I follow all of my rules, it's really easy to trade ICP. So let's make some money, guys. We're going to get this group together. We're going to make a lot of money now. It's time. We have put in the work. We put in the time. Now it's time to just collect, start dollar cost averaging, and really start to learn the ICP charts, guys. Use Chart Forecaster. Go sign up for a subscription over there. It really has helped my trading immensely. So I appreciate your guys' support. Thank you so much. And I will be back Wednesday for an upload. So if you guys could, smash the like, subscribe if you haven't, and support us on Wednesdays. Appreciate you. All right, guys, that being said, goodbye and good night.